Covering two cases at once can get a little confusing. However, the questions are so similar, I didn't think it makes sense to review them separately. These cases involve laws in the states of Idaho and West Virginia that prohibit male students from participating in female sports. Let's start with the questions posed in these cases. First up, the Idaho case, Little versus Hecox. The question presented is whether laws that seek to protect women's and girls' sports by limiting participation to women and girls based on sex violate the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. Sweet, simple, and to the point. The West Virginia versus BPJ case presented more detailed questions. The questions presented are whether Title IX prevents a state from consistently designating girls and boys sports teams based on biological sex determined at birth, whether the Equal Protection Clause prevents a state from offering separate boys and girls sports teams based on biological sex determined at birth. Now, the opening arguments were also very similar, starting with Alan M. Hurst, Solicitor General for Ohio.
Thank you, Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the Court. Idaho's law classifies on the basis of sex because sex is what matters in sports. It correlates strongly with countless athletic advantages like size, muscle mass, bone mass, and heart and lung capacity. Tragically, but not surprisingly, male athletes have even injured female athletes in many sports. If women don't have their own competitions, they won't be able to compete. Gender identity does not matter in sports, and that's why Idaho's law does not classify on the basis of gender identity. It treats all males equally and all females equally, regardless of identity, and its purpose is exactly what the legislature said, preserving women's equal opportunity.
Next, we have Michael R. Williams, Solicitor General for West Virginia.
Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the Court. States have long assigned students to sports teams by sex. West Virginia is no different. Maintaining separate boys and girls sports teams ensures that girls can safely and fairly compete in school sports. The question today is whether this enduring structure can continue. It can. Title IX permits sex-separated teams. It does so because biological sex matters in athletics in ways both obvious and undeniable. The text, history, context, and structure of the statute, alongside regulations expressly authorizing what West Virginia has done, confirm as much.
Now, on the other side, we have the two respondents, starting with Kathleen Hardnett on behalf of the Idaho respondents.
Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the Court, Idaho concedes that HB 500 draws a sex-based line by categorically excluding all students with the biological sex of male from women's teams. Sex classifications like that are closely scrutinized under the Equal Protection Clause to ensure they rest on evidence, not supposition. Idaho's articulated justification for this line is to protect women's sports from birth-sex males because of their, quote, biological advantages. That means HB 500 is aimed at controlling for sex-based biological advantages, not for all of the many reasons one athlete may be better than another that have nothing to do with sex.
Lastly, we hear the argument of Joshua A. Block on behalf of the West Virginia respondents.
Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the Court, BPJ signed up for school sports because she was an 11-year-old girl starting a new middle school who wanted to meet people, make new friends, and be part of a team. West Virginia argues that to protect these opportunities for cisgender girls, it has to deny them to BPJ. But Title IX and the Equal Protection Clause protect everyone, and if the evidence shows there are no relevant physiological differences between BPJ and other girls, then there's no basis to exclude her.
Now, both sides have made claims in their petitions and opening arguments. Let's see how they hold up during questioning.